Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Anthony Edwards, a fake Michael Jordan fraud, turning into a LeBron James. I don't want to hear nothing else about Anthony Edwards being a clutch player or being compared to Michael Jordan. This guy, two bad plays at the end of the game. The first play, he could have just cooked Lively, went around it, because you saw what Luka did. I'm in the car right now, so it's kind of bumpy. You saw what Luka did to Gobert. He cooked. He put the dude on skates, cooked him, right? Hit the game winner, and you had this fake Michael Jordan, Anthony Edwards, who had Lively on him. Instead of cooking him, he turns the ball over. What is that? And then he had a last second shot, and he tries to pass it to Naj Reid at the end of the game. Why? Why are you supposed to be this Michael Jordan? I don't want to hear nothing about it was the right play. I don't want to hear nothing about the kid's 22 years old. I don't want to hear nothing. You got to come through in the clutch. He had two opportunities to come through in the clutch to go ahead by what? If I'm not mistaken, 3 points. If he would not have turned over that first one, and then the second one, he had a chance to go ahead by one, maybe. So y'all got to stop. The guy pulled a LeBron James trying to make the right play. Why are you doing this? You're supposed to be the man of the team. Why are you trying to pass it off to Naj Reid? Twice he tried to pass it off to Naj Reid. Why? Because the dude was shooting the brick fest all game. And if I'm not mistaken, now it's 4 out of his last 5 games, he's been under 22 points. So, the dude is a fraud. He talks a lot of game. And y'all got to remember, even though you think the Mavs really isn't a good defensive team, after the All-Star break, after the trade deadline, the Mavs have been like top 7 in defense. So Minnesota went up against a Denver team, no defense. When your center plays no defense, what are we talking about now? You go up against Durant and the Suns, no defense. You can see the Suns, they just want to go on vacation, right? They didn't want to win no championships. They have no leader of that team. They're not hungry. Denver shot up a brick fest. And look, like I posted on my other post before, they need to make Luka the face of the NBA. Why? They don't want to do it because he's chubby. He has man boobs. He still wears a t-shirt underneath his jersey. And he's cooking the most athletic, the most skilled era of all time. Wow. What is this? The most skilled and most athletic era of all time is getting cooked by a guy who has man boobs and basically has to wear a bra underneath his jersey. That's a t-shirt. But he can't actually wear a bra, right? So he wears a t-shirt. You're getting cooked by a guy who has man boobs and wears a bra. A t-shirt as a bra. So we got to stop the excuses. Luka is the new face of the NBA, if we want to be real, over Anthony Edwards. Luka came in at 19 in his second year. Luka, he's been all NBA first team since. He's been an all-star since. He was rookie of the year. He won the scoring title. What are we talking about? You want to make these excuses for Anthony Edwards being 19? What about Luka? Luka done cooked ever since he done came into the league at 19 years old. And I'm going to tell you something else, too. These 3 shots, these 3 balls, is looking horrible. Like it's always looking. When that shot ain't going down, these games look horrible. You shooting like 33s at 38%, 35%, 29%, 17%. I done seen it to where it's been 12%. It'll be so awful. So I'm not going to hold you. I didn't watch the whole game because once Minnesota got an 18-point lead, to me, it looked like Denver didn't even want to play. I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I turned it off in the second half because I had stuff to do in the morning. But it didn't even look like, Dallas. It didn't even look like Dallas wanted to play. It looked like Dallas was in the mode where, okay, we got one, let's go back to Dallas. What happened? Minnesota shot a brick fest in the second half. Towns Anthony Edwards, all these guys shot a brick fest. And you can't get on Rudy Gobert. Yeah. What they gonna say? Oh man, Luka put Rudy Gobert on skates. Rudy Gobert had a decent game. What do you want out of the dude? He's not a top scoring guy. This is the era that you guys say great defensive players are. They're not gonna put up a lot of points. He put up, a fair amount of points. He got his rebounds. He got his blocks, and that's it. You can't blame this on Rudy Gobert. It was Anthony Edwards who should have came through in the clutch. These guys blew an 18-point lead. I mean, in my era, in the 80s and 90s, if you get up by 18 points, it's over. And it has nothing to do with the three ball. It has to do with defense. You ain't coming back out no 18, 20-point hole. 99.9% of the time, you ain't coming out of that hole. Not because, we got the three ball today. No, defense. There's no way that other team's going to stop scoring and stop defending. Up 18, 20 points. Only in this era, they're going to blow a 20, 25, 30-point lead. Only in this era, it'll happen because these guys don't play no defense, aren't allowed to play defense like that. You can't blame it all on these guys because this is the era they was given. No defense, right? So they don't play any. They're not used to playing any defense. You have Minnesota. I thought they played really good defense in the first half, but them able to play defense the rest of the game, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story right there. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. So, they won the first half in scoring. Then after that, here come Dallas. They won both quarters. I mean, I don't know if I can take Minnesota serious, man. You blow, you blow this game, man. I don't understand it. And they lost this game because of Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards really didn't do too much in the second half. Hell, I don't think he did too much after the first quarter, right? He definitely didn't do nothing in the second half. So, to me, Anthony Edwards, he done turned into a LeBron James now, trying to make the right pass. Where's all this cooking dudes? Where's all this cooking? Well, tell me what you think.